The original date nights that we would go on, we were still at CIA. So, man, I was working like 15-hour days sometimes. So it's like you're working all day long. And even though we were in the same building, towards the latter half of our career, we were in the same building, but we were both senior, like, management level people. Yeah. We were not having lunch together
going
anymore.
Going on 2 dates.
Yeah, we were not taking walks together like we did when we were younger officers. So, you know, after being away from you for 15 hours, rushing on the way out the door, rushing on the way back, and then pawning our little child that we had only spent, 30 minutes with into the hands of a babysitter so that we could get out the door in time because we only have 4 hours. Yeah. It was such a painful period of time. Yeah. So you mentioned bonding in that metric about what keeps relationships going. And open communication, I feel like, is something that's obvious to all of us. It's certainly obvious to me. And that's why I think I push you so much and tease you so much about just tell me what you're thinking. Don't sugarcoat it. But the bonding piece, I never understood the bonding piece until we had children. And even then, I have to admit, as embarrassing as it is, I still really didn't understand bonding until maybe just the last few weeks.
Really?
Yeah, because when we had our first child, it was very important to you, and the midwife was talking about it, and the pediatricians were talking about that bonding period. Yes. Where, like, you know, you hold your child against your skin, you get used to their smell, they get used to your smell, and there's like a comforting factor there. And of course, homeschooling and raising our kids at home, we've learned how important it is to bond with them through simple processes like just cuddling with them, sitting with them, reading with them in your lap. Yeah. These little things that go so far in terms of creating a bond between you and your child. The same bond can exist between you and your spouse or you and someone else too. But the embarrassing thing that I want to admit to is that last night, Alai, our daughter, came into our room at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And she came in, she burst through the door. You're half asleep. I'm half. Yeah. No, we're fully asleep. I'm
fully asleep.
Being brought to consciousness by the slamming sound of an opening door and a 3-year-old in tears. Yeah. Or a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old in tears. Yeah. And she mumbles something, and I think I hear the word tummy, which of course gets my parents, antenna up. And I don't even know what you heard because you just kind of zombie walked out the door with her.
Yeah, I was like, whatever she needs, I'm going to get it. I think I heard broken marvel, and I asked her to repeat it. I was so asleep. I was like, broken marvel, I don't understand. And she's repeating. Finally, I just landed on her marvel sheet.
Her blankets?
Her blanket's off. I'm like, okay, I can fix this. Right. Like, whatever it is, just don't cry loudly to wake up your brother. That's all I'm thinking is, please don't wake up your brother.
So we both go into her room, and you end up leaving because I tell you, I understand. She's saying broken model. And she has a
broken model ship is what she was saying.
She has a model ship next to her bed that she accidentally knocked over. So I shoo you out so you can get your sleep because I know today's date night. Mommy needs to get sleep now.
And I want to like you later.
Because there's self-interest going on here. But in all seriousness, so, I comfort the baby. I comfort her and I tell her, we'll fix your model in the morning. Don't worry about it. And then she lays down and I can see, and she's always been this way. Mm-hmm. She has always seen physical touch as a comforting and soothing activity. Yeah. So she does her normal, when she's upset, I itch, right? My legs are twitchy. She starts talking about these things that we now understand mean she wants to be touched. She wants somebody to rub lotion slowly on her back. She wants you to kind of give her a little bit of a leg massage. She wants to be touched because she finds soothing in the touch. Yeah. Our daughter is the one that taught me that not all physical touch is sensual.
Interesting.
That physical touch can simply be comforting, which you've been trying to drill that into me for 13 years. Because I'm like, you're touching me. Let's go.
I know.
And you're like, no, I just want to touch you to connect. And I'm like, I don't know what that means.
You're like, why do you always fall asleep when I rub your back? Because it's so soothing.
I was like, that's the opposite of what I'm trying to do. But so a lie is the one that taught me, because I see it now. And
Yeah.
last night I could see it. Like it finally really dawned on me, like, oh, now I know this dance. And
Yeah.
I love this dance. I'm bonding with my daughter as I rub lotion into her back. And then of course, she's half asleep and she's like, I have eczema on my fingers. And I know what she wants next. She wants me to rub lotion on her hands. And she's looking for that slow touch. And she has always suffered from eczema, for sure.
Yeah.
But like you can see how it comforts her, and she's so much like me, because those same things always comforted me as a kid too. And I realized that somewhere along the line, as an adolescent or as a young adult, I lost track of the fact that touch can just be supportive and comforting. And it became this thing that was always supposed to be sensual or sexual.
Interesting.
So,
yeah. And she's so different from our son, because our daughters, just like you said, she is the one that if you cuddle her to sleep for 3 minutes, which means you just spoon behind her, your hand, on her back or on her hip, she falls right asleep. But our son has zero interest in being cuddled.
Right.
For the most part. And his whole life he's been like this.
Yeah.
He's not a cuddler.
He likes hugs. And fist bumps.
Yeah.
And he likes when he's hurt or when he's sad, he wants some physical touch. But most of the time, he just wants proximity.
Yes.
Be close to me, but I want my own space.
Right. And so, for us as parents, we've had the benefit of, lots of time with them to learn to make these assessments of essentially what will be social capital for them.
Exactly.
Right?
We're building social capital. They're building social capital.
Yeah.
They don't even realize. If you like this short clip, make sure you click here to see the next clip, or here to see the full podcast episode.
Freedom! So fresh, so new.